Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' Cracking this G. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Beyonce and Jay-Z will sue Kanye. Zendaya accused of shunning her sister. Who the hell is her sister? And Tina and Solange shade Kanye, as they should. I would not be surprised if Beyonce and Jay-Z sued the brakes off of Kanye because he's doing the most. There has to be something they could sue him for. Get him. Get him. Let's see what's going on, though. Let's watch. Whack him again. Whack him for me.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive Channel. I gotta talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce possibly taking legal action against Kanye, and also Zendaya's estranged half sister speaks out against her. Now, before I
knew it. Because usually when there's an ad, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna talk about this," but before she does that, and that's how I know an ad is coming. Listen, I've become very skilled on detecting ads.
Is forced to report it. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Now, recently, Zendaya's half-sister, Latanja Coleman, did an exclusive with The Sun, and she fears that she won't be invited to Zendaya's wedding with the actor Tom Holland because of a family rift. Now, Latanja is Zendaya's oldest sibling. She's actually her father's first child that he had when he was just 14 years old. And then he went on to have 5 other children with another partner. And one of those children, I think he adopted, maybe. Then he had Zendaya with his ex-wife, Claire. And Zendaya is the youngest of his children. But apparently she's not that close to Latanja. She's close to some of her other half-siblings, but Latanja says that they're not that close. She did also weigh in on Zendaya and Tom Holland's relationship and said they've been together for quite some time, and I actually met him on Thanksgiving of 2018. He's really, really cool. He's down to earth, and my family likes him. They just look like an odd couple because he's so short and she's so tall.
But now you're being shady. That's why your ass ain't going to the wedding, hoe. Oh, I don't want to call my sister a hoe. But that was just unnecessary, and that's why she don't fuck with you. But I don't think they look odd at all. I think they look really cute together.
Other than that, I think he's the one for her.
That's shady.
Latanja also went on to speak on how estranged she and Zendaya have been over the years. She said, "I last saw Zendaya at my grandmother's funeral last month. I haven't seen her since Thanksgiving 2018 when we all went to her house. When I tried to talk to her, she just gave me a one-arm hug. It felt like I was just a fan."
Cause you clearly shady. You just showed me that in this post or whatever you talking about. So that's why she don't fuck with you, girl. Is it not clear as day?
Dad is very active with my other sister and brother's kids, but my grandkids don't even know her. They think she's just from the Disney Channel. I don't even tell people anymore that she's my sister. I'm ashamed of my dad and how he raised us. I don't want her money. I just want to be in her life to show her that I love her and support her. Whatever I can contribute to her life, I would love to do it. Latanja said she maintained relationships with some of their shared half-siblings, but not Zendaya. I tried to get in touch with Zendaya when I was diagnosed with cancer, but family members slammed the door on me, she claims. I went through cancer and chemotherapy all by myself with no help, no support. I just want to know why Zendaya wasn't there for me. I believe they never told her I had cancer, but I'm sure she found out later. Latanja said she feels like the black sheep because she's from her father's first family and claims to have been pushed out because she came before the other kids. My dad favored the other kids, not his own blood, she added. He's the reason I haven't been able to have a relationship with Zendaya. It feels like I'm the black sheep of the family. They push me out. My other
this is annoying, and this is something I kind of relate to. I'll get a bit vulnerable here. I typically don't like to do this. But I have a sister. So I have 2 sisters. One of them is my sister that my mom had, okay? It's a weird way to phrase that, but that's because me and my sister that I'm closer with have different dads. But anyway, so I have that sister, and she's the one that I will reference here and there. But I also have another sister that I don't have a relationship with at all. And I actually tried to have a relationship with her, but she has so much trauma concerning my dad that has nothing to do with me. Because my dad, him and her mom they had her very young. Like, I think my dad was like 15, 16 something. He was super young when, she was conceived. And then my dad went on to meet my mama and then got married. They had me. And then my dad also took in my sister that I'm closer with that has a different dad than me. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm explaining this weird. But anyway, so my other sister, I think she had, well, not think, I know she has trauma surrounding that because she feels like, oh, my dad went on to have this super happy family that didn't include her. But what I got from my mama is her mama was a crackhead. This is too much information. Anyway, her mom was a crackhead or whatever. It was like some shit going on. Anyway, but her grandma basically didn't want my dad around because my dad was a drug dealer. This is too much information. I'm just moving on.
Please don't care about me. And honestly, I don't care about them either.
Anyway, the moral of the story is that's why I don't have a relationship with her, because she has trauma and she kind of projected that trauma onto me. That's the moral of the story, okay? I gave a lot of backstory, told a lot of my business just now. But my dad's no longer a drug dealer, by the way. He has changed his life and, he's an honorable man. But anyway, this was, years ago, obviously. So, so she has a lot of trauma surrounding, that or whatever. And she has taken that out on me. Like, she has went off on me, cursed me out, just out the blue, just weird shit. And I'm like, all right, bitch, you done. Like, I don't need to have a relationship with you because you are upset with our dad, and that's something you need to take up with him. You need to deal with him over or whatever, because he wasn't in her life when she was younger. But according to, my mama, because the grandma was basically like, oh, he's into drugs, he into that life. We don't want him around her or whatever. So anyway, but so she was on some bullshit. So it's like sometimes people take their trauma out on others and it makes it difficult to have a relationship with them. So that just really like stood out a lot, and that makes me think of, my situation, and that's probably what's going on here, because based on what she said, like, oh, they push me out and I'm not a part of their family. Like, she's bringing all of that up, and it's like, that's not on Zendaya, and it kind of sounds like you taking that out on her. But the fact that she even went to, the press about this, that speaks volumes. You don't seem like you're actually interested in having a relationship with Zendaya. Like, you look at this sneaky, weird bullshit you doing. Like, why are you telling us about this? This is not going to make her want to have a relationship with you. Are you slow? And you said, oh, you tried to reach out. Try again. If that's your objective, try again. Go through other avenues. But going to the press to speak about this and put y'all business out there, that's not the way to go, A. And B, you talking shit. Made a slick comment about how her and her fiance look weird together. Like, what? That was unnecessary. So, yeah, you want some bullshit, basically.
Zendaya is different. She's my sister, and I love her no matter what.
Sorry, I feel like
to me, this seems like some old
dumped a lot on y'all
drama,
there.
and I think Latanja's gripe is more so with their father
Hello.
and their siblings.
Hello.
Not Zendaya.
Take
and
that up with him, not me.
The
fuck you want me to do?
Than Zendaya. They don't have the same mothers. They did not grow up together, so I don't believe that they were all that close growing up.
Hello, I didn't even know you.
Is probably closer to some of her other siblings because she spent more time with them. And Zendaya is a full-time actress. She's always booked. She has a lot on her plate. Her schedule is busy. She won't have time to spend with some of her siblings like that. And
maybe I'll do a story time. You know what? Story time coming on my Patreon. Maybe I'll trauma dump. Well, this ain't my goddamn trauma. It's her trauma. Maybe I will dump that over on Patreon and give y'all the full tea, the full details. That's what I'm going to do. It's coming soon. Don't ask me when it's coming, by the way, either. I don't know. But eventually, I'm going to put it up.
A reason for their distance as well. I kind of feel like this story is painting Zendaya.
When I say don't ask me, I'm talking about to my Patreon people. Because, they tend to do that. What about that one video? Just chill out. Eventually, I'll do it, all right?
To be like a bad sister. And that's not fair. Especially since we don't know their family dynamics. And also, it kind of makes the sister Latanja look a little shady, too. Because why is she telling stories to the son about her sister? Why is she doing
The
that?
son of all
Like,
people.
if you want Zendaya's attention, you don't have to go to the tabloids.
Hello.
Just try to find a better way to reach out to her.
Hello.
Now, I know it might not be as easy because
She
I know
busy.
Latanja is not really cool with the dad like that, so she can't use their father as a point of connection. But I think there's still a better way than just running to the tabloids. Now, moving on,
Exactly.
I
I
want to
wouldn't
talk
fuck
about
with you at all
Kanye
if I
West.
wasn't
Now,
there.
Kanye West is likely to face some serious legal trouble, especially after he attacked Jay-Z and Beyonce's children. Not only that, he might be at risk for losing his own children because allegedly Kim
so
Kardashian
big.
is considering seeking full custody of their 4 children.
Oh my God.
She's reaching a breaking point because she can't
All I've
control
seen them, they were
Kanye's
so
rants. And not only that, she was really upset when Kanye allowed their daughter Northwest to be a part of a song with P. Diddy and his son Christian Combs. Also, Kim was very upset to find out that Kanye was trying to bring their daughter North around the Tate brothers, Andrew and Tristan Tate. These guys are very controversial. They're known for their hateful rhetoric, and they were investigated for trafficking and SA and all types of stuff. And Kim didn't want North to be around them. And it's really interesting that Kanye would even try to bring North around them, considering that he just accused Kim of trafficking their children too. Like, he went on a whole rant accusing Kim of putting their children in a trafficking ring. He said Kim Kardashian is an ex-trafficker. I don't like that Twigs has my daughter in her video dressing all grown. I would have expected more from Twigs. It's F all you ends, my soul is black, and watch y'all don't believe me and just say I'm crazy. The Kardashians are ex-workers and they ex-traffic all of their black children they strategically produce. And Kanye went on to say that his children are in a trafficking ring. Now, let me just say this. I don't think Kim is trafficking their children. I don't. However, as crazy as Kanye sounds, I don't think he's completely off base here because he is very aware of the dealings that goes on in Hollywood. Like, he knows what these people are into. And although Kim might not be doing this to their kids, she is aware that trafficking is happening. And what Kanye is afraid of is Kim will exploit her children in the same way her mother, Kris Jenner, exploited her. That is what Kanye is afraid of. He don't want his children, especially his daughters, to be sold to the highest bidder when they get older. He don't want that. And I don't think Kim will do that, but at the same time, Kim is Kris Jenner's daughter. So we don't know if she's going to repeat the same cycle. We don't know. And I think Kanye has reasons for his concerns. However, Kanye hasn't provided proof that Kim is trafficking their children. And that is a horrible thing to accuse her of.
That's a wild thing.
And it just gives Kim more reason to want to go for full custody because Kanye's unhinged rants don't only affect Kim, but it also affects their children. It affects their well-being. He doesn't realize this because mentally he's not all the way there himself. So I think there will come a point where Kim gets full custody. And if she does, it actually will break Kanye. But Kanye has to realize that his erratic behavior comes with consequences. And right now, he might even be facing some legal issues with Jay-Z and Beyonce after making comments about their children. He made multiple posts claiming that Jay-Z and Beyonce's twins have developmental issues. In fact, he called them the R word, which was very distasteful, very, very, very disgusting. And Kanye is obviously doing that to provoke Jay-Z because he does have a problem with Jay-Z in particular. Kanye used to ride so hard for the Carters, but he feels like Jay abandoned him, and he's salty about it. He said, I love Jay-Z, and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep, like I wanted family in this music thing. I'd run on stages thinking I was doing the right thing. It would always be a slight. Hov not coming to my first wedding, him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl.
Nigga, he said him and his wife was beefing. I heard the song. He said he ain't coming to nobody nutting when him and his wife beefing. They going through it. Fuck your wedding. They don't even fuck with Kim. Fuck what y'all got going on. My wife trying to leave me. You think I'm about to try to show up to your wedding? First off, she ain't going either. She ain't going to show up solo. Like, what? I got more important things to worry about. I agree with Jay-Z on that point. I heard what he said on that song. Was that a song? My friends, your friends, better than... Yeah, it was that song.
Over me, or even us, never being invited to stuff, taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me have more leverage with my kids. They could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run me over. It hurts. So F both of them, because when I needed them, it was F me. Kanye also went on to say that his rants might even provoke Jay-Z to try to off him. I don't know exactly why he would say that, but he believes that Jay-Z would try to do it. Now, Jay-Z is not going to be silly enough to do that. However, he and Beyonce are considering taking legal action, and I think this is the best thing they could do because they need to hit Kanye with a cease and desist and put some type of gag order or restraining order on him to prevent him from speaking on them and their family. And if they're successful in hitting Kanye with a restraining order and Kanye happens to violate that order, then he could face a criminal charge and he could go to jail. So yeah, it would be a win for them legally. So I wouldn't blame Jay-Z and Beyonce if they were considering taking legal action. We don't know the moves that they're going to make just yet, but something has to be done to shut Kanye up. Now, Solange did have an issue with Kanye speaking on her niece and nephew, and she updated her profile pic to send a message to Kanye. Now, we all know that Solange ain't no one to play with. I mean, we saw how she did Jay-Z in that elevator. Kanye probably won't be so lucky if she runs into him. So he has to get Jay-Z in that. And a message to Kanye. Now, we all know that
What's
Solange
the tea? Are we going to ever get this tea?
We saw how she did Jay-Z in that.
Oh my God. Why she do that?
Elevator. Kanye probably won't be so lucky if she runs into him. So he has to pipe down. Also, Beyonce's mother threw shade at Kanye for making fun of her grandchildren.
Got quite a joke. Want to hear it? Here you go. So, what happens when a snowman throws a tantrum? He has a meltdown. Y'all know this lady.
I guess if you read between the lines, she's insinuating that Kanye is on that snow, and he certainly is having a meltdown on Twitter. Now, Tina did post and delete this caption. She said, "Corny joke time. It's hard to remain positive and classy in the face of ignorance and evil. But I know that no weapon formed against me or my family shall prosper. This battle is not mine, but the Lord's."
She deleted it because Beyonce said, "Girl, we told you, stop speaking on shit." Damn. That's why she deleted it.
Know that God has got this. Amen to that, Miss Tina. Amen. Anyway, so what y'all...
Hot ass mess. Hopefully they do take legal action against him. But yeah, as far as the Zendaya situation, I'm on Zendaya's side 1,000%. All right, keep your head up, sis. Don't let her get to you, because that is a mess. That is not your fault. Yeah, I shared a lot of tea in my life. Should I cut that out? I said a lot. Also, by the way, I mentioned that the sister's mama was a crackhead. Obviously, she wasn't a crackhead when my dad, was with her. She became a crackhead, and her mama, which is the grandma, is the one who was raising my sister. So she was the one who made the decision to not have my dad around her because of his lifestyle at the time. Just to clarify that, because I don't want nobody to be like, "Why your daddy had a baby with a crackhead?" She wasn't a crackhead at the time. Anyway, yes, the hot mess of a situation on all parts. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.